It's been a little while, but it is time to finally end the Blackwell saga. But before we can do that, we need to beat the biggest game in the series, and in my opinion, the best one too. It's time for the Blackwell Epiphany, the fifth and final game in Wadjet Eye's Blackwell series. I'm super excited about this, and I'm excited to be back. Also a little bit terrified because the reason why I kind of took a little break over October and most of November is because I've had a lot of technical issues with the stream, so I'm hoping that it's going to be okay today. I'm crossing fingers and I hope that everything's going to be fine. You should be hearing right about now, when I shut up, underneath my voice, you should be hearing some brand new tunes, some brand new music. And I hope you do. I hope you are, because I'm introducing it now. This is a bespoke track that a very good friend of mine, Cam K, has composed specifically for the stream. So this music is completely original, an original commission that he did for me that I'm super grateful for. I think it's amazing. I think it sets a really lovely little atmosphere, little tone. There is an amount of strumming in the background. It's a big strumming kind of track. He does amazing music. There's going to be a link to him. I haven't added it to Twitch yet, but there's going to be one to his Bandcamp. But you will also be able to find it in the description of the YouTube video. I'm going to add that. But you can go to camkay, camkay.bandcamp.com, whatever the Bandcamp links work. I don't remember. And you can find he's got a whole album there, which is really good, and some EPs. So please go and support him. He did amazing work on this. Oh, Theo's here. No, you can't lie down on the keyboard. Just because I'm not using it. I'll move the keyboard. Yes. So that's the admin I wanted to get out of the way. Content warnings for this game, it's all the same as the other ones. We're dealing with ghosts, we're dealing with hauntings, we're dealing with possessions. But this game does get darker than most of the other ones. But not a lot of that is going to be in the first episode. There is going to be some drug use, implied drug use, I should say. And I believe there's implied suicide as well in this early. So if any of that is a potential trigger for you, then please watch with care. A detailed list is going to be in the YouTube description. So if you want to wait to watching to make sure, then you can do that. But that all said, we're switching over from this beautiful strumming to the game. Please work. It works. You should be able to hear that as well. Please. I'm gonna move y'all so I can see your chat while we get started. Now I should say as well, sounds good. There is an amount of saxophone. Yeah, this, as with all the other Blackwell games, it's sax aplenty. There's a lot of jazz to suit the melancholic New York atmosphere. Yeah, I can't tell the difference. It's a blowy instrument kind of thing. I'm pretty sure it's a saxophone though. What was I even gonna say? Oh, this is a longer game than all the other ones. The first 3 games in this series we beat in one sitting. The second game took 2. This game is twice as long as that. So this is probably gonna take us at least 4 episodes to do. So a much more epic adventure than the other ones. I'm very excited to see what you think, but I'm not gonna talk any more about it. We're gonna get started right now.
Your teeth are chattering.
No, they're not. It's him. Detective Durkin, I'm here. Are you on your way?
Yeah, sorry about that. I've got a lot of paperwork piled up. I won't be able to make it.
What? I've been waiting here a half hour.
You there? Good. Take a look around and let me know if you find anything.
Take a look around. For what?
You know the deal. I can't tell you.
Yeah, I know.
We'll pay you the usual rate. Talk to you soon.
He stood you up again?
Yep.
Well, he's paying us to check out this dump, so let's get started.
Yeah, I love the black coat look. This game in general, I think the art style here and the character designs, they've come a long way. If you go back to the early episodes, particularly the first one, the character portraits and everything, they are incredibly... they've progressed a lot since the beginning. But I love the atmosphere in this game. Oh my god, and the art is
Just
fantastic.
an old trash bag. Looks like it's been there for a while. The door isn't in terribly good shape, but it's solid enough to keep me out. A shame they don't have coffee to go. I'm running low. No parking from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. Horatio Street, totally deserted. Look at him. He doesn't even notice the cold. Joey.
What is it?
Cold, wet, and tired. Just another day in the office, I guess.
The hours might be terrible, but look at all the interesting people you meet. Well, former people anyway.
Joey, we love Joey. We love and support Joey. And we're getting some primo Joey content. If there is anything, if anyone jumps in at this point, by the way, I should say that if you have any questions, then I'm happy to answer them. You can watch the previous episodes, but obviously that's a long way. If you want to be caught up with anything, then just ask in the chat. And me, and I'm sure the other people in the chat will be happy to
I really hope we're not wasting our
answer.
time here.
Why? Have you got something more important to do?
Yes, not freezing to death. I don't get it. Durkin's the one who hired me. Why is he being so cagey?
Plausible deniability, Red. What did you expect?
I don't know, a bit of courtesy?
Think about it. He can't let on that he's hired someone like you, can he? So he's got to keep his distance. That way, if anybody asks, he doesn't have to lie.
Great. So I'm the NYPD's dirty little secret.
I knew you'd do me proud one day.
Looky here.
Revolt. Rebuke. Retaliate.
Interesting. That looks like a puzzle angle if I ever saw one. But let's switch over to Joey, which we can do.
All right.
Oh
I'm
my
going
god,
in.
and one of the
Try
cats
and
just
stay warm.
pooped.
I'll do my best.
I'm gonna breathe in my mouth for a bit.
Hello? Anybody there?
Anything?
Not yet. Let me look around a bit. I'll get back to you.
Good lord. Getting way too hot here, but stay if you wanna. I left the key. Check the stairs. Oh, that's good. Good to know.
That thing is barely holding itself together. It's the elevator. Kinda ramshackle. I guess security isn't this building's top priority. Full of food wrappers and old needles, not much else.
No.
An old rotting wooden board. I'm no electrician, but it looks like a fuse box.
Joey's learning about technology. That's cute. I wonder if we can blow...
I'm not just gonna blow on everything I see.
You should, because it looks like it's... It looks like it's flapping.
I'm not just...
Oh, whatever. It stinks horribly here, by the way. Not in the game, but in my actual
Looks
life.
like a box of old electrical junk.
Huh?
Oh, look who it
Hello?
is.
Hey, get
Well,
back here!
I said that if it's as if it's someone we know. It's not, but it's a ghost. It's a wee ghosty.
Jesus, what's holding this dump together? Rubber cement?
And some graffiti. So, yeah, we got all the same words as outside. One of them is underlined.
Well, we definitely got a spook.
We do?
A woman. Only got a brief look at her before she buzzed off.
Why didn't you go after her?
She's too far away. We need to get you inside to bring her within range.
Fine, let's hurry then. It's freezing out here.
Was
The
it
brick is
reject?
definitely hollow, but the ice around it is so thick I can't pull it loose.
Yeah, it is just a couple of those things. I could actually, you know what I could do? I can reach my Let's get cozy. Let's get cozy, y'all. Got a Christmas candle. This is apple and cinnamon. It smells better than cat poop, I would say. Yeah, we need to get some ice off. We've got hot coffee.
Thank God for 24-hour coffee stands. I should have enough hot fuel to last me the rest of the night.
No, you won't.
The cost of this coffee is so going on my expense report. There, it's melted. I better do whatever I need to do before it freezes again.
We got a key. Oh, but lanterns are so nice. I love candles.
It fits.
My God, they're just the nicest.
Nice place, huh?
It has its charm, I guess.
Yeah, it's got something all right. Come on, we have a spook to chat up.
I don't need to take it. I can just read it.
Yeah, let's
I
check the
really
stairs.
hope we get paid for this job. Otherwise, this could be our future home.
Well, everyone already thinks you're crazy. Homeless is just the next obvious step.
Thanks.
Oh, it's got a little ratty as well. You see here. A little rat or a mouse.
Look at
The people who slept here weren't exactly spoiled for choice. If that desk had drawers, they rotted off long ago.
Yeah, I love that
Still
Rose
snowing.
says
I don't think it's gonna stop anytime soon.
Well, it's not like we're going anywhere.
they're gonna interrupt me a lot, I think, in this game. But I love the evolution of Rose's character, and particularly how it comes across in very subtle ways, like in the voice acting, the way that she speaks, the way that she carries herself. She, like we were talking about the coat and everything, she just looks like more together and like assertive now, is the feeling that I get.
I think that fell from the floor above. I see why this place was condemned. Not going to happen.
Well, you tried.
It's full of old electrical equipment. Not exactly the best place for it. Even if I cleared it away, I couldn't climb the stairs. They're completely collapsed.
We already looked at the graffiti.
Joey,
But we can
get in here.
do a cool thing.
You
We can
bellowed.
call Joey into the room, so we don't have to actually switch to him in case we need him in the room, like a little puppy.
Whoever used this thing probably didn't care much for privacy.
But then again, he can call Rosa too.
The view's pretty nice, but it's a shame about the rest of the place. This side of the newspaper just shows a bunch of ads. An empty bottle. Looks like it used to be full of cheap booze.
Yeah, just got some cheap hooch.
Get in here, darling. I need you for something.
Yeah? I can't see what's on the other side, but this side shows a bunch of ads for day spas and beauty salons.
I should go to a
I'll
day
take your
spa.
word for it. I can barely look out there
Oh,
5
sorry.
seconds without the snow covering my glasses.
Right, I forgot. You have to suck the romance out of everything.
Just saying.
Sorry. Apologies. Ooh. Drug raid. Drug raid reveals more than drugs. Police raided a Chelsea tenement last night and uncovered 10 pounds of heroin and $100,000 in cash. But the police also uncovered is much more shocking. The tenement, condemned for years and exposed to the elements, was home to several drug users and transients who had been living on the premises. They were half-starved, wearing rags and freezing to death, but they didn't care. Officer Leah Piera. Thank you for the raid! Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. I was reading a newspaper. Thank you. Hello, everyone. That's so nice. First time back and they get raided. Where was I? We were reading this newspaper in the game The Blackwell Epiphany that we were playing. They were half-starved, wearing rags and freezing to death, but they didn't care. Officer Leah Piero, who led the raid, said... that was a weird... Officer Leah Piero, who led the raid, said... They were so far gone. The body of an unidentified woman was also discovered. She was just lying there, Piero went on to say, surrounded by a bunch of other addicts. None of them seemed to notice. They probably would have all joined her before too long. It's almost season's greetings, but we're going for mellow greetings.
What do you suppose went on in this place?
Drugs, booze, the usual squatter stuff. It must have taken something really bad to get everyone to leave.
I guess that was a bathroom before whatever happened.
Okay, so we've got a little bit of an idea. How are you doing, by the way, Cole? What are
Joey,
what were you playing? Or streaming?
Relax, I'm here.
Switch over to Joey. I think he should be able to fly up here now. Yes, he can.
She looks pale and strung out. It's hard to place her age. Could be anywhere between 20 and 40. She's also shivering and scratching her arms. I know the dead can't feel the cold, but something is definitely giving her the shakes. It's a piece of black plastic with a metal bit on the end. I have no idea what it is.
Let's talk to the
Hello?
ghosty.
Hey. Oh, you're not.
Not what?
Just not.
Were you expecting someone else?
Someone.
Could you tell me who it was? Maybe I can help look for him.
No, he'll be here.
So I'm Joey. What's your name?
I don't know. Mary?
Your name is Mary?
Sure.
Mary, okay.
Look, this is no place to be during a blizzard.
It's fine. It fits.
Fits? Fits how?
It fits.
So, if you've joined us in the previous episodes in this series, you'll know that ghosts are not very cooperative. They're often extremely cryptic and frankly annoying.
How about we get you out of here? Get you cleaned up, maybe something to eat?
No, I'm hidden now.
Hidden? You're not hiding, you're right there.
I'm hidden and I fit. It's how it should be.
Mary, could you tell me the last thing you remember? How'd you end up here?
I was here.
And before that?
The words, no, that's not
Not what?
how it works.
So how'd you end up in a dump like this?
It's a place.
Yeah, it's a place, one that's fallen apart. You shouldn't be here.
No place else to go. Can't go home.
Depends where home is. Where are you from?
Here, nowhere, in front, and back. Doesn't
Very
matter.
helpful,
I fit
Mary.
here.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I heard there was some police action here recently.
What are you talking about?
The cops. I heard they raided this place.
Why would the police bother coming here? That's the whole point.
What point would that be?
Ugh, forget it.
So, Mary was it?
Uh-huh.
Mary who?
Doesn't matter. I'm just Mary.
Again, not very helpful.
I have to get going. Take care of yourself, Mary.
Take care, Mary. Can we blow on the thing? We can.
I can't move it any further.
Well, that doesn't help.
Dark, cramped. Yep, it's an elevator shaft, all right.
I can't move.
Oh, I thought...
Guess if you have to haunt a place, you can't beat a room with a view.
Okay. Let's get you... Can you open the elevator?
Not working.
Nope. Can you fiddle with the fuse box?
The fuse seems fine. I shouldn't mess with it.
Oh, we can.
Ugh.
Oh, we can't.
Well, that didn't work.
Well, it worked for a bit.
The fuse looks like... The fuse looks... Something must have shorted. It's stuck in the on position.
Okay, so we're gonna need to do something with fuses. Because our
Old cables, frayed wires, a fried circuit board. There's an old fuse at the bottom of the pile. Looks intact.
got a fuse. It's time to refuse this fuse box. So, well, what would he be on? He's on.
Good thing I'm wearing gloves. Something must have shorted.
Hang on, so if he. Ah, there we go. Aha, there we go. So he opened the door, and now we should be able to switch that. We're in the lobby, I guess. So, yeah.
I'd better not go in there. That elevator could collapse any minute. The elevator looks like it's probably for the best.
Well, that doesn't help much. Oh, we'll put it on the second floor. Then I should be able to go up one floor and then open it from there, hopefully. It has been a while since I played this, which is why I'm not remembering the puzzles, and I didn't think to check them beforehand. So that's on me. Hey, it's a memory stick. That was why Joey had no idea what it was.
It's definitely some kind of memory card. And it looks like it's compatible with my phone.
Little PSA, don't put random memory cards into your phone.
Hey, you find something?
I think so. Take a look at this photo.
Especially not in a crack den.
Is this her? The ghost, I mean.
Yeah, sorta. She looks a lot better in that photo, I'll tell you that much.
Look at the file name. This was a headshot photo. I guess she was an actress.
Could be. You wouldn't know it from looking at her. The spook upstairs looks like life chewed her up and spat her back out.
I guess Rosa just doesn't give a crap anymore. But that's introduced the idea that we've got Rosa's phone again. Let's actually read some emails. Hey, something's come up that might be up your alley. Come meet me at the Carf House, corner of Horatio and Greenwich. 7 p.m. You can't miss it. The place a wreck. Usual deal applies. I'll fill you in there. Miss Blackwell, I'm representing Hannah Sharp in her divorce trial. It is my understanding that you are aware of her husband's affair. Please contact me at your earliest convenience. J. Leader, MRI Law. Are you the lady I spoke to at Munray's last year? I looked you up. Spiritual consultant? Really? I don't know what you did back then, but you'd better stay away from Columbia for a while. They call you on a security camera poking in Jamie's room. For all networking and security needs, to contact Tomo. Miss Blackwell, understood. Thank you for your time. Thanks, but I'd really prefer not to be involved. Sorry. Yeah, so these are just following up from some little loose threads from the other games. Right, so we're going to take a look at that photo again. The Gotham Collective. Wonder if we can search now. City Theatre Community Board. It is with a heavy heart that we announce that the Gotham Collective Theatre Company is closing its doors. It has been our absolute pleasure to entertain you for the last 4 years. What a ride. For information on our past performances, please download this file. And it's just, they've literally just attached the text file. We're gonna download it.
There must be hundreds of names on this list. I'll never find what I'm looking for just by reading it. I'll just save a copy to my notes app. Hopefully I can find something to cross-reference it with.
Let's pick our notes.
If Mary was a member of the Gotham Collective Theater Group, she's probably on this cast list. Gotcha. There's only one Mary who was a cast member. Mary Meehan, who was a cast member of a play called The River Wall.
Okay. Well, there we go. An interesting approach to web design, yeah. Because this game came out, I think... Oh god, when did it come out? A couple of years ago? Oh, you don't stand a lit candle. So this is definitely like pre... Well, I mean, she's got a smartphone, so it's like, it's definitely post early internet. We're firmly in Web 2.0 era here. So let's switch to Joey again.
Dozens of homeless people were living here not too long ago. If it was safe for them, it should be safe for us. And by us, I obviously mean me.
Fly up, Joey. I'm gonna talk to Mary.
So, Mary?
Uh-huh.
Mary's being quite contrary, but we're gonna see if we can get her to share some info.
So, Mary Meehan, was it?
Uh-huh.
Just checking.
Doesn't matter. I'm just Mary.
So, you're part of the Gotham Collective Theater Company?
Not anymore.
What happened?
Nothing. Everything.
The list is on that phone thing that Red's carrying. And even if I had it, I'm not going to ask her about hundreds of names one by one.
So I caught your show, The River Wall?
Oh, God.
What?
Just don't. I just want to be a face, okay? No more. I just can't.
So about...
No. Why do this? Why?
I'm not doing anything, dear. Just a fan.
A fan. Sure.
Come on, tell me about your acting days. Sounds fascinating.
It's not. It's nothing. I'm nothing.
You're nothing?
Yes.
I have to get going. Take care of yourself, Mary.
Let's see if we can do some more sleuthing on the phone, maybe. Maybe we need some more... We'll search for her specifically. Oh, I got a review. You'd think one would be jaded after so many vanity projects by the Gotham Collective, but The River Wall, based on a 1923 short story, has finally taken it one step too far. Setting aside a non-existent direction and the lackluster set design, both of which can be forgiven due to the low-budget nature of the production, nothing can forgive the choice of casting Mary Meehan in the lead role of Pamela. Displaying all the signs of an actress who took theatre way too seriously in high school, she infuses her role with such over-the-top passion it becomes laughable rather than dramatic. Lacking any ambition or energy, I very quickly wish she would drown in the river alongside the play's titular wall. Rating 1 star. Oh. Okay. Harsh. Bit harsh. Like, was essentially an amateur actor, but who wrote this? Now, as someone who actually reviews stuff for a living for a long time, I spent 15 years reviewing stuff for a living, I think this is a bit harsh. Yeah, that doesn't even make any sense. But this is the kind of review... Honestly, this is the kind of review that I got really sick of very quickly, because particularly in like the video game review scene, it quickly became like all about doing cool takedowns, and like just like having snappy insults and stuff. And this reads very much like that, where you just like, ugh, it's just needlessly cruel. We don't know a name, so yeah, City Post can go fuck themselves. I think we're just gonna get the same. Okay. So let's return to Joey, see if maybe we can
So, Mary?
Uh-huh.
get some more information. Oh, here we go.
So I read that review of your show.
You did?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Mary?
I thought I could get away from it. Become just another face in the crowd.
Is that something you really want?
No, just needed to get away. It shouldn't have followed me here. Nobody should know me here. Surrounded by people who don't know me, it's good that way.
Yeah,
Better that way.
People? What people?
that's true. That's actually a good
These
example.
people,
I like that one.
lost people like me, alone but not alone.
Mary, I hate to tell you this, but there's nobody here.
What are you talking about?
Look around. Carefully. There's nobody here but us.
I don't see what you mean.
Yes, you do. Nobody's been here for months, at least.
How could... They left me? They wouldn't have just left me here, would they? Alone?
I'm afraid they did, but you're not alone now. We're here.
No, it can't be empty. That was the whole point. I can't be alone here. I can't. Where is everyone? Hey, do you know where everyone is?
They were taken away. This wasn't a good place for them.
That didn't happen. That couldn't have happened. I would have remembered. I would have noticed.
What did you notice, Mary?
Huh?
You weren't thinking too clearly before. You are now. Come on.
Get away from me. I don't belong here. Not anymore.
Okay. She's inching ever closer
They're
to
gone.
acceptance.
Everyone.
Yeah,
I remember now. I was cold, then warm, then nothing. I feel absolutely nothing. That review, it seemed like it was everything. Now it's just nothing. To die over nothing.
We get the whooshing of acceptance.
There's
It's
no
time to
point in
use
doing
the-
that to a spook, since,
Oh.
you know, they can see me.
I didn't mean to blow on you.
Mary, I'm gonna have to ask you to take this.
What is it?
Just trust us, Mary. We're here to help.
Okay. Is it right? Is it right that this place should feel so good?
it's where you need to be, Mary. That's all.
I thought the Carth House was where I needed to be. After that review, maybe I would have been okay.
I don't think it matters. What matters is, are you okay now?
Yes. I've never been so sure of anything before, but yes, I'm okay. Listen to me. I'm dead, but I'm okay.
It's time to go, Mary.
Yeah.
You okay?
I'm fine. Did I fall?
No, you're still standing.
Don't sound so surprised, Joey. Mental control, that's all it takes.
Yeah, sure.
Let's get going.
After you.
Yeah, she's getting a lot stronger.
Hello?
Oh, who is this?
Can I help you?
Oh dear. Oh dear.
No, not yet.
Hey, wait!
Durkin,
It's me. You need to send someone here right away. Someone's been shot.
shot. Who was it? What happened?
I don't...
Hello? Blackwell, what's going on?
Okay, hello.
Sir? Hello?
Are you?
We're here to help. Don't worry.
No, it's too late. We're not safe. Even Grace is not safe.
I'm sorry, friend, but whoever Grace is, you're past worrying about her now.
No, you don't understand. You don't.
You'd be surprised what we understand.
You? No, the bestower. I need the bestower.
Bestower? You know about bestowers? About us?
I know enough, but not enough to save me.
Well, it's your lucky day. We just happen to be in the saving business.
You don't understand. They will find me.
I hate to break it to you, but I think they already did.
No. No.
Oh. Yeah, that...
Holy- Did you see that?
What was it? What the hell was it?
Yeah, that OMG and the Jesus was a little early. And we're flashing back.
So, I guess this is it.
I believe so, my host.
A tailor shop, huh? You think they've got anything in my size?
A lost soul in need of saving, and you want to rob its place of business.
Look at this dress I'm wearing. It's ruined. I figure I'm owed.
Duty first, my host. Petty theft after.
Yeah, I
Mostly.
feel bad for him. Yeah, look who it is. It's Madeline. We met Madeline a few times before. And who are we? We're Jocelyn.
Does she have to stare like that? Drives me batty.
My host, Jocelyn Contis. I have been her guide for 2 months.
Jocelyn
My
Contis. Interesting name.
Yeah.
I know this transition has not been easy.
Yeah, well, I always thought my uncle was cuckoo. At least now I know why. We made fun of him, you know?
I am aware. It pained him greatly.
Yeah, I guess now everyone's gonna make fun of me, so I got that to look forward to.
I believe we should return to our duty, my host.
Yeah, sure. Hey, Madeline,
Yes, my host.
it's raining buckets.
Indeed. Most fortuitous.
Fortuitous.
It enables us to do our duty unperceived. And we can converse without any awkwardness.
Great. Wouldn't want this to be awkward. Just think, I could have been dancing at the supper club tonight.
If those contortions could be referred to as dancing, then you are correct.
I'm not gonna apologize, you know.
For what? Trying to transfer our link to that Joe Gould fellow?
Like I said, I ain't gonna apologize. I didn't ask for this.
Neither did I, my host. Neither did I.
You're not mad?
After centuries of this existence, I have learned to put my personal feelings aside.
Yeah, well, I ain't got centuries.
Yeah, see?
Well,
I
see ya.
love. I
Certainly,
do
my
love her.
host.
I do love her accent.
It's covered with gunk. I can't see through it. A tailor shop. Looks like it's been shut down for a while.
Yeah, so as the chat have figured out, this is the Countess. We've met her in 2 of the previous games, where she was a baddie, and then we pushed her off a
If
balcony.
you could just wait here, my host.
But then she still lived somehow.
It's not like I got anything else to do.
Hello? Is anyone about? I am a friend.
Nobody's there? We go? Zeus is playing tonight. If we hurry, we can catch him.
Patience, my host. I sense a lost spirit here. We cannot leave our duty unfinished.
No, we can't.
So garish. I cannot touch it. It has been a long time since I have seen my reflection.
Still looking pretty good. If you can't,
It
got
appears
that
to be a
beautiful
coat of
dress.
some kind. Some clothing items. I believe these were caused by a pistol.
That's a lot of bullet holes.
The notice reads, "Please ring bell for service." I am incorporeal.
Oh yeah, we can't do that, can we?
The room contains a few machines and piles of cloth. There is nothing else worth reporting.
Right, yeah, nothing there. But how are we gonna get in? It's closed down anyways.
My host. My host.
Sorry. You say something?
Certainly nothing that matters any longer.
Better not. If anybody comes in here, I don't want that thing in my hands.
Let's ring the bell, see if anyone's about.
Danny? Danny, someone's out front! Danny, where the hell are you? Sorry for the wait, ladies. My assistant seems to be out. What can I do for you?
Look who it is.
How long are you gonna stare at that thing? It's getting dark.
Just one more. It has to be here.
What are you doing anyway?
A man was murdered last night in the middle of a major blizzard.
Believe me, I remember.
Right. So how come nobody else has?
Hey?
I've been checking on every local news website all day. There's not a single mention of it. I called the police myself. We know they know about it. They must have suppressed the news, but why?
I'm sure the cops got their reasons, and they can keep them. I don't care who plugged the guy. I only care about what happened after.
I know. So, the victim didn't have any identification on him. I was hoping a news report would give us his name, but it looks like we're on our own.
Well, something familiar at least. Let's go talk to our pet cop. Maybe he knows something.
And the final time that we're seeing a new version of Rose's apartment. We're getting a different angle on it this time, but it's the same one. If you can see, we still got Griff.
Auntie Lauren gave that bear to me when I was a kid. His name is Griff, the PI bear. Although he's more the geriatric bear these days.
We can see a couple of the things.
I bought that clock at a tag sale years ago. It doesn't work, but for some reason I can't get rid of it. Some articles I wrote for the Village Eye newspaper. I hated working there and the paper's been dead for years, but for some reason I can't take them down.
This is basically just references to the previous games.
Auntie
So all the
Lauren
same
and me.
images.
This was just before all the troubles began. My parents' wedding. It's the only picture I have of them. They look so young. The last
Auntie
article I ever
Lauren.
wrote, and the first ghost I ever saved.
And that's from the first game.
This article is about the Maltzer Foundation. I suppose they did some good in the end, but the death toll was too high.
What happened to the Maltzer Foundation? Reuters reports that the Maltzer Foundation has closed its doors. The foundation was only recently the talk of the VC circuit. With their uncanny ability to pick winner after winner, it appeared that they had the Midas touch. Through their efforts, they launched several careers in the arts, film, and science fields. The reason behind the closure remains a mystery, as neither Paul Maltzer nor his co-founder and brother Charles could be reached for comment.
It's a picture of me and a former coworker of mine. Jeremy was a friend, kind of. I never did get to know him well. Not when he was alive, anyway.
He seemed like a nice guy when he was dead, though.
This man's name is Danny Marconi. I only met him briefly, as a very old man.
Yeah, this is the guy who, if you remember in, was it the fourth game, I think? We met at the old folks' home. Who was he the grandfather of the faux spirit medium? Or the uncle? I don't remember.
For months, I expected the police to come breaking down
Yeah, that
my
was
door.
her.
But it's been a year and nothing.
What was noted philanthropist and charity worker Gavin Cord doing at the home of Lisa Tenson, noted psychic and con woman? This is the question police have been asking themselves ever since they were both found dead inside Tenson's home 6 months ago. Police investigations are continuing, but they ask that anyone with further information please contact the Midtown South Precinct. Yeah, it was Joe's pal that Joe got very upset about.
I've had it for years and it's only slightly coffee stained. These were Auntie Lauren's favorite brand. I don't remember much from back then, but the smell reminds me of her. It's a portrait of Joe Gould. It used to hang in the Minetta Tavern.
Now this is kind of an interesting, because this is an Easter egg that refers to the third game, where we met Joe Gould, and he was an important part in that game. Joe Gould was also a real person, and the Minetta Tavern was a real place that actually did have a portrait of Joe Gould. However, since that third game was released, that portrait was taken down. So, in the real one, that is, in the real Minetta Tavern in New York. So, in this game, they explain that by her presumably having bought it for like a memory. So that's why it's hanging here. Thought that was a nice little Easter egg.
It's a poster for the film Water Under the Bridge. It starred Frank Lyons.
And we met Frank Lyons as well.
There's nothing in there. I go through much less paper since I gave up writing. I miss it sometimes, but I just can't seem to find the time anymore. It takes about an hour to boot up these days. Books on notable New Yorkers, all deceased. Never hurts to be prepared. Books, I'm not making that mistake again. Books on, I'm not making...
Oh, I got a dog leash.
That dog leash used to belong to my neighbor Nishanti. She gave it to me as a souvenir of how we met.
Any more? Nope. Got no more emails. I think we can head out now. Yeah, I think we looked at everything. Just kind of catching up. Yeah, Nish is not in this game.
Thank God the coffee stands are still open. I think I'm really going to need them.
It's your dime, sweetheart.
Nishanti was supposed to be in this game. There was supposed to be a side plot to do with her, but they decided that it was just taking up too much space. Like they couldn't really work it into the main plot. So she was written out. So I think there might be a reference later. But I think for the most part, we're not seeing Nish again. We riot. But it also means that Nish is away safe from all the shit we're getting into.
Sam Durkin. I helped him with a case of his about a year ago, and then he helped me with one of mine. We've been paying each other back ever since. Detective?
Uh-huh.
You found a Jane Doe at the Carth House, right?
Yeah, what about it?
Her name was Mary Meehan. She was an actress with the Gotham Collective Theater Company.
You sure about that?
Yes.
I won't ask how you know that, but we'll check out that name and see if you're right. At the very least, we can locate the family and tell them what happened. Thanks. I guess we owe you another one.
Can we talk inside? It's freezing out here.
Can't smoke inside, thanks to our friend the mayor.
So you couldn't maybe, I don't know, not smoke for a while? Right.
I do like that. Like, not even gonna dignify that with a response.
I caught the evening news today. There wasn't one mention of the murdered man in Chelsea.
That program hasn't been the same since they replaced that blonde anchor woman.
Nobody else talked about it either. Not online, not any other news program, nobody. You must have suppressed the news. Why?
Because we're the cops, that's why. Look, before we take this
We're
any further,
corrupt.
why are you so interested in this? What makes this murder more important than any other?
You're the one who sent me there in the first place. That can't be a coincidence.
So, you think we sent this guy to your location to, what, get killed in front of you?
I don't
Realism.
know. That's why I'm asking you.
You don't get to ask me anything. You need to tell me why this murder is so important.
Oh my god, we want to know who the guy was killed in front of us is. God damn it.
He was killed right in front of me.
And what, suddenly this makes it personal?
Well,
Yes!
kinda. It might have something to do with me.
Uh-huh. And why is that? Why is this murder so important?
He was looking for me.
He was? Why?
I don't really know.
Uh-huh. Did you know the guy?
No, I didn't.
So, how did you know he was looking for you? Wait, let me guess. You just do.
Something like that.
Something like that ain't good enough. What else you got?
I was there. You know I was there. Surely I'm a suspect.
You think I'm crazy? I made sure your name is nowhere near this thing. And unless you give me a good reason, it stays that way. So tell me, why?
You've trusted me before. Why can't you trust me again?
Trust
Bite
has
my
nothing
ass.
to do with it. Look, I don't know what your deal is. I've never asked, and frankly, I don't want to know. But I do know that you've helped me clear a few cases. And once in a while, in return, I answer some of your questions. That's fine. Quid pro quo. It's not in the rule book, but it's how we get things done. But this case, it goes way up. We can't bring in anyone from outside, not without a good reason. So give me one. Why is this murder so important?
I couldn't begin to explain it. It's more than just a murder, more horrible than just a killing.
Uh-huh. Any details on what that could be?
His
needs to be
soul was
stopped.
ripped in
That's all.
half.
Sorry. I know we got an arrangement, but my hands are tied.
Fine, if that's the way it is.
For what it's worth, it's nothing personal.
Because it's a
You got other questions?
murder.
I'm here. Just don't ask about this case. You get me?
Yeah, I get you.
Well, Joey, go and snoop.
Keep our friend busy. I'm gonna sniff around.
Not that I don't appreciate the company, but why the heck are you just standing there?
Oh, I was just admiring the brickwork.
Rosa,
Brickwork.
some great social social interaction with Rosa
I
here.
got no idea.
Low-rise bonding.
A water
very
cooler in case
typical
the
of era.
scorching hot weather gets too much for.
Whatever.
It says authorized personnel only beyond this point. Fortunately, I think that only applies to living people.
Pretty cold to be just standing around.
Isn't that what you're doing?
I'm a cop in front of a cop station. What's your excuse?
I'm, waiting for a cab?
On a night like this, might take a while.
Maybe.
At the bottom are the words Alex Silva, Commissioner.
Alex
Just a
Silva.
cop manning the front desk.
This thing with you standing around, it's getting kind of weird.
I told you, I'm waiting for a cab.
The subway's just 2 blocks that way.
The stairs are icy?
A modern gizmo. Probably some kind of phone. It usually is.
It usually is.
Looks like some kind of duty roster. Nothing relevant.
Okay, well, let's go further. Can't get too far, fortunately.
According to the nameplate, this desk belongs to someone named Piero.
Well,
I have no
Piero
idea who that could be.
was the cop who was interviewed in that article.
It says Piero. I have no idea who that is. According to the name, I have no idea.
Can we go in here? Yeah, no rush.
Just a small interrogation room. It's empty.
I'm kind of role-playing Joey here as just enjoying Rosa being awkward.
The name on this nameplate says Disher. I have no idea who that could be.
George Austin.
There's our guy. His name is George Austin, according to this note. Looks like he lived on the Upper West Side.
George Austin, age 52. We've got a location, and do not talk to the press. Anything else here? I don't think so. We can look in here, but don't think it's gonna give us
Just
anything.
a small interrogation room. It's empty.
And yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna see who this Austin fella is. Oh, hey, my ghost is here, so I'm gonna head off.
It's just a police car. There's nobody inside.
And okay.
Detective?
Uh-huh.
I know the victim's name is George Austin.
Yeah, this crap doesn't impress me anymore. And even if it did, you're not a cop. You're not even officially on the books.
So, make it unofficial. You've done it before.
Not this time, sorry. With all due respect, you need to back off.
Okay.
Does the name Grace mean anything to you?
Nah, sorry.
Well, see you around.
Uh-huh.
Right, we should... Oh, we need to go that way, yeah. I'm getting a bit cold, so I'm gonna put on my big cardigan. I can figure it out. I'm kind of curious now that we're sort of put our toe in the water of this last adventure. Oh my god, what am I doing? Hang on, let me just actually do this properly. It's hard. Oh, it was the wrong way around. That's what. Oh. Yeah, we got some lovely water animation here. And I love the snow animation too. It sets this chilly New York winter mood just perfectly. I was gonna ask about, for those of you who have watched the earlier games, there's quite a few unanswered questions, and I'm kind of curious what you're the most looking forward to learning. Like, which mystery are you most curious about? And in the meantime, we're gonna go and check out this
lobby.
place.
Careful you don't break anything, we'll be in hock for life. Well, your life anyway, not mine.
That vase looks more expensive than everything in my apartment put together.
Vase, but okay.
I don't recognize the artist, but it looks peaceful enough. How did they change the bulbs on that thing?
What happened to Rose's aunts? What did they put Joey? Good questions. Very good questions.
He's watching my every move.
But we're a pleb. Of course he is.
Hi.
Yes, miss?
I'm looking for George Austin. Is he in?
No, he's not. Sorry.
Yeah, Countess thinks too. Interesting.
Is there any way I can look inside George's apartment? It's really important.
Sorry. Unless you've been authorized, I can't let you in.
Is there any...
So
Do you know where George Austin is?
I really couldn't say. Sorry.
Can you tell me anything about George?
I really couldn't, sorry. If you want to know him, you should ask him yourself.
Does the name Grace mean anything to you?
Sorry. Nobody named Grace lives here.
Not helpful. I'm gonna have to get my ghost to investigate. Now you've done it. Actually, I'm gonna blow on you because you're annoying.
Damn drafts. Need to report that before someone complains. Damn draft.
We got a note.
It says holiday clothing drive. It's cold this winter. Please leave your old clothes in the box below for people less fortunate than you. It's signed by George Austin.
Apartment 12A. Okay, so we've got a little bit more info on Georgie boys.
Looks like it's full of old clothes.
Don't know what I can do.
Miss, I'm sorry, but you...
Oh, sorry.
Okay, we've got the... Well, he's not gonna be able to go up, is he? Nope.
Yep, it's an elevator, all right.
Well, there's some Googling in front of this annoying man. To be fair, he's doing his job, but he's personally annoying me right now. So we're gonna search for George Austin. No results found. Interesting.
Hi.
Yes, miss?
I, heard that George Austin was having a clothing drive here.
Oh, yes. George does it every year. He brings the box to Grace himself.
Oh.
Can you tell me anything else about the clothing drive?
No, but if you have any old clothes, feel free to give them to me. I'll put them in the box.
Better not. If you did that, you wouldn't have any clothes left.
Har har, Joey. Okay. Interesting. Can you search for silly stuff?
Looks like it's full.
Can we blow on it?
I'm not just gonna...
Well, you should. It's more fun. Let's try. This is a truly hell world. You can't find boobs on the internet. Maybe boobies? No. Press A. Yeah, I don't know about this. This seems like a weird internet. It's a horrible internet with no boobs. And Rose has got to do some time to do some thinking. How to cope with no boobs. Alright, so hang on. Let's go and see. Can we talk to you about anything new?
Detective,
Uh-huh.
does the...
Nah.
Okay, nope. Apparently not.
Well,
Uh-huh.
Can she go in?
You really don't want to go in there.
oh really?
Look, you and I have an arrangement. I have to keep it quiet, but it works. You go in there and start bugging my colleagues, it will come back to bite both our asses. And neither of us wants that.
Okay, fine.
We did once have the writer for this game in the chat when we played Unavowed. And if you were to come back in again, we should ask him, why can't you find boobies on the internet? That is really stretching the limits of my suspension of disbelief.
I don't recognize... Better not. I don't want to break it. I'm barely in the black as it is.
I'm trying to figure out, what are we doing now? Can we give him coffee?
I don't see why...
We want answers. Where are we even?
The ghost we saw last night said that Grace wasn't safe, and then he went.
So that's not unlocking anything.
Hi.
Yes, ma'am.
You said that George takes the clothes to Grace.
Ah, there we go.
Yes, he does. He has an attachment to the place, even though we've got a fine church in this area.
Church? So by Grace you meant Grace Church?
Yeah, the one downtown. What did you think I meant?
Nothing. Never mind. Thanks.
Sure.
Haha.
Why did George go to Grace Church instead of a local one?
I couldn't say. Sorry.
Well. We're going to church, everyone.
Huh,
Oh, it's a spooky church.
Of all the places,
Really? Ghosts don't like churches?
being a ghost has nothing to do with it.
Oh, he's an atheist. He's going to
It
start
says Grace Church in
quoting
New York,
Richard
Episcopal,
Dawkins soon.
Reverend Gabriel Ullman, Rector.
Or whatever the 1930s version of Richard Dawkins was.
Weekend organ meditations.
Okay.
It says Grace Church. Of course, we knew that already. It's a schedule of services. Nothing is going on at the moment.
Seems like a nice church, though. Let's take a peek inside.
He looks pretty deep in thought. Hi, could I talk to you for a minute?
Please keep your voice down.
Oh, sorry. Is this better?
Yes. What can I do for you?
I'm Rosangela Blackwell.
Father Gabriel Ullman.
It's pretty quiet here tonight.
God's house remains open despite the weather. If anybody needs us, we are here.
Why the whispers? There isn't anybody around.
That makes no difference. The tranquility of this place must be maintained, whether anybody is here or not, especially on a night like tonight.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, I mean, also because churches are very echoey. So if you're going around shouting, it's just going to be annoying.
Do you know a man named George Austin?
I'm afraid not.
He was a member of this church. Are you sure?
It is quite a large church, as you can see. I'm afraid I am not familiar with George Austin.
Could you tell me about this church?
Are you looking to join?
Not really.
I'm afraid now is not the time for a history lesson.
George Austin was holding a clothing drive that brought clothes to this church. Are you sure you haven't heard of him?
Miss, we deal with hundreds of clothing drives at this time of year. Some we arrange ourselves, while most are volunteers. It is not possible to keep track of every single one.
Well, thanks. I'll be going.
Stay safe. This is not a night to be outside.
Very ominous.
I don't know much about church organs, but it seems nice enough. It's a book full of handwritten prayers. This book is full of prayers written by the church's congregation. They're all anonymous and they're all written by hand.
Please God, let the chemo work. I don't know what I'll do without her. I've been 6 months without a drink. Please help me last another 6. He's such a lonely yet. I mean, he was sort of praying, like contemplating, I guess. He clearly doesn't want to talk to us, though. He's annoyed, but he's like that kind of very calm, passive-aggressive that priests can be. Let my uncle get exactly what he deserves. I don't know what to do. I'm so lost. If you're out there, please help. Please help my family through this horrible time. We've already been through so much. Is there a light at the end of this tunnel? Is darkness all there is? Is suicide the only answer? I don't really want to die. Let me find another way. I love him. Does he love me? Please let my father wake up so I can tell him that I'm sorry. If my son is with you, God, tell him I love and miss him, and his baby daughter will want for nothing. I want to always be as happy as this. I lost my job. It's all my fault. What do I tell my wife? What do I do?
These prayers just go on and on. There must be dozens of them. I don't have time to read them all. If any, I need to narrow it down somehow.
Yeah, it's pretty depressing. It is a nice thing though that churches do, I think, where you can request, well, not request sounds weird, but you can ask for certain things to be prayed for, and then the congregation will do that, which is quite a nice little thing. And so they usually have these kind of books we can put anonymous prayers in. So this is real, in case you're not a churchgoer. Can we? Didn't know if we could combine there, but...
If any of these handwritten prayers are useful, flipping through blindly isn't the answer. I need to narrow it down somehow.
I don't remember how to do that. Okay, we'll, blow on him.
No reaction. Probably feels drafts all the time in a joint like this.
Can you blow on the book?
I'm not fancy. My days of tinkling ivories are long gone. Fancy joint like this, I'd expect something with a bit more gravitas.
I better not, especially with that priest in plain view.
Nah, play the honky tonk. Liven this place up a little bit.
Yes.
Could you tell me about that book over there?
For some, silent prayer isn't enough. They want to write it down and make it real. That is what that book is for.
Could you...
Are you...
Are you sure you...
I am positive. I am sorry.
Well, thanks. I'll be going.
Stay safe.
If any of these... I need...
Okay, we can't... Okay, so we probably need to find an item we can compare against. So that is taking us also... That's also going to take us into a church, I assume? Yep. Right, so where else can we go? Let's annoy this poor this poor doorman again.
Hi.
Yes, miss?
Poor doorman. Poor man.
Can you tell me anything else?
No, but if...
Better not.
Do you know...
Wonder if we can... Oh, I clicked outside the game. Sorry.
It says It's signed by George Austin.
Wonder if we can. Yes. Look at that. Oh, I suddenly skipped that. Sorry.
Dropped my pen.
Haha. Pretty sneaky. But now this clothing drive's not gonna get anything. But then again, I suppose he wasn't gonna. Is not allowed to take it there anyway.
Churches worry about their souls so much, they should try dying sometime.
That's a wild thing to say. Well, we're all gonna try dying sometime, so you know. Let's compare
With the
handwriting.
sample of George's handwriting, I might be able to find something written by him. Gotcha.
This place always brought me and Lee as solace. Despite everything, it still does. Is this really what I must do? It seems impossible. I'm finding my faith is shaken to its very core. Please help me find the strength to fight this battle. If not for me, then for Leah and the others. I intend to live forever. So far, so good. Yeah, it's that quote from the film La Haine. Just like a man is falling out of a building, and it says, and on his way head down, it says, "So far, so good." That's sort of life in a nutshell. Right, so I don't really know what that tells us, but
Yes.
he was fighting a battle for something.
Do you know a woman named Leah? I think she was a member of this church.
Even if she was, I'm afraid the name eludes me. I'm sorry.
God, do you know anything?
Well, thanks. I'll be going.
Stay safe.
Mm-hmm. Can we do Leah Austin, maybe? Nope. Oh, I thought it was going to be cleverer.
George wrote Leah's name down in a prayer. Whatever kind of relationship they have, he must care for her a lot. Leah's name was mentioned in George's prayer at Grace Church. Was she a member?
Oh, did I? Oh, that might explain it. Thank you. I didn't even notice. Let's try again. Might still be clever. You know, I wouldn't bet on it, but yeah. That was right though, wasn't it? Yeah, it's I. Austin with I. Austin with an E, O-S-T-E-N, is actually the Swedish word for cheese. So I'll remember it's not cheese. That should help me in the future.
Hi.
Yes, miss? I couldn't...
Oh, sorry.
Did George know anyone named Leah?
Leah? You mean the police officer?
Police officer?
Yeah. Haven't seen her around for a while, though. Did they break up or something?
I have no idea.
Too bad if so. I liked her. She was good for George.
Leah is a cop.
You said Leah was good for George. Could you tell me why?
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have said any of that. You're not a cop or anything yourself, are you?
Well...
No, you're not. You would have shown me your badge if you were. Forget it. Sorry.
On the contraire, my friend, I'm not going to forget it. I'm going to go and hound our cop friend about it. Who is on his third hour of the smoke break now?
Detective?
Uh-huh.
So, George Austin was involved with a police officer named Leah. That's it, isn't it? All the secrecy. It's because the police are involved.
You want to get us both in trouble?
Of course not. I want to help you. Look what I discovered already.
Look, I keep my distance from you for a reason. I know you got your sources. I don't know who they are, but you have a way. That goes without saying. Leah Piero is a fine detective. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Maybe you can help, maybe you can't. But I know you're gonna stick your nose in no matter what I say.
Sorry, but I have to.
Yeah, I get that. I can't stop you, but I can't help you either. You're on your own.
Believe me, Detective, if there's anything I'm not, it's on my own.
We'll just be careful.
Okay, so I'd not heard of brown cheese before, which is, for me, not knowing something about cheese, and specifically Scandinavian cheese, is weird. So I've just done a little bit of googling here, and brown cheese is a common Norwegian name for mysost, which in Sweden is miasost, which I have had, but it doesn't look like the miasost that I have had. So it looks like that. Typically served as a sandwich, crisp bread, or biscuit topping, or in sauces. Misost are a family of cheese-related foods made of whey and milk and or cream. That's weird. Yeah, yeah. I'll have to try it, I guess. I'll try any cheese once. Hell yeah, I want cheese now. But we've got a name for Leah, at least. That's always something.
Can you tell me anything about Officer Piero?
I told you, I can't help you on this one. Sorry.
Swedish cheese is good though. I do miss Swedish cheese. I usually, when I try to order Swedish food, I usually get at least one cheese, because you got some really nice one. You got priest cheese, which is really beautiful, kind of nutty cheese. Probably my favorite. You have a strict no policy on any cheese of visible mold. Oh, I don't. No. No. No, I want to see that. I want to see the decay. I want cheese to have lived a little. I want cheese of history.
Well, see you around.
Uh-huh.
Joey, Snoop. What we think about cheese. You know. Look, it's fair. I'm not saying it's not fair. The one cheese I'm never gonna have is that horrible one. What is it called now? But it's that horrible one with maggots in it. Is that what it is? Is that what I was just asking about? Kasumartsu. Yeah, that's literally exactly what I was thinking of. Yeah, so it's a cheese, a Sardinian cheese apparently. It's a traditional Sardinian sheep milk cheese that contains live insect larvae (maggots). Thank you. A variation of the cheese, Cascio Merzo, is also produced in some southern Corsican villages. Derived from pecorino, Castomarzo goes beyond typical fermentation to a stage of decomposition brought about by digestive action of the larvae of the cheese fly. These larvae are deliberately introduced to the cheese, promoting an advanced level of fermentation and breaking down of the cheese's fats. The texture of the cheese becomes very soft, with some liquid called lagrina, Sardinian for teardrop, seeping out. The larvae themselves appear as translucent white worms approximately 8 millimeters long. People will just fucking eat anything. Like, there's something, I was saying this to a friend of mine, that like, there's something, we were talking about like how, you know those jellied sheep heads? Like, there's something, you must suffer a lot as a culture to not just decide to eat this, but to make it part of your culture. Like, as a community, you have to go through some shit before this is something that you not just try, but embrace. What's stopping you from eating it out of the trash? God. Should I tell you about the fermentation? This is good music for this, by the way. Castle is created by leaving whole pecorino cheeses outside with part of the rind removed to allow the eggs of the cheese fly to be laid in the cheese. Yeah, okay. So you're inviting the fly in. It lays the eggs. Good. A female fly can lay more than 500 eggs at one time. The eggs hatch and the larvae begin to eat through the cheese. The acid from the maggot's digestive system breaks down the cheese's fats, making the texture of the cheese very soft. By the time it's ready for consumption, a typical Maltzer will contain thousands of these maggots. I mean, lutefisk is fucking vile. Like, I'm not gonna... I've lived with surströmming my entire life, and lutefisk is not quite as bad as surströmming, but it is pretty bad. I'm so close to becoming religious to pray this away. And also, this Wikipedia article has the fermentation, consumption, and then health concerns. Let's see about the health concerns. Now, this here's an interesting thing for all the UK people here. Because of European Union food hygiene health regulations, the cheese has been outlawed and offenders face heavy fines. I'm calling on Boris Johnson to bring back Maltzer now that we're no longer under the cruel, dictator-like thumb of European Union's elfin safety nonsense. We can have maggot cheese again. It's also not illegal in the US. So yeah. But it's a big black market apparently. Oh god. Welcome to this government's openness to maggot cheese. I want to know what Keir Starmer's stance on maggot cheese is. That should be the deciding factor in the upcoming election. We can look at the desk now.
Cute kid.
Now, the people who saw me play Unavowed. I'm waiting for chat to react to this because I know some of you should have a reaction to what's happening on the screen right now. Give you a few minutes. There we go. There we go. Yeah, this is in the same universe as Unavowed. I did say that at one point, didn't I? Leah Piero, and we've got an address.
This folder seems to be full of old expense reports. Too many to go through even if I could open it. The journal is labeled Midtown Jaywalking Citations 2001 to 2004. Interesting light reading.
I should say, like, if someone is now looking at the chat and just wondering what the hell what is going on, that is because those members of the chat watched the Unavowed playthrough, and this character is a character in Unavowed. This is not cheese related, but today our mom put fucking butter on a lussekatt and I felt like crying. That's not normal, right? Well, okay. Alright, so no. It's not normal, but it doesn't mean that people don't do it. There are some people in this world, primarily people who live in Skåne, in the south of Sweden, who put butter on gingerbread cookies. There are some people in this world who will put butter on lussekatter as well, apparently including my mother. Interesting to learn. A lussekatt is a Swedish holiday themed sweetbread. Which is like what? It's like a oh god, what? I'm not even trying to how I should explain it. But they look like this. They're like a very soft bun. They're like a saffron. They're a saffron flavor with raisins in it, and they're quite nice. They're lovely for like this time of year. But yeah, you can put butter on them apparently. and I don't think you should. That's my official stance.
Hey, I don't know where you're going, and I ain't gonna ask. Just don't step on any toes, okay? We cops can get pretty touchy when it concerns one of our own.
Yeah,
Okay.
so do I.
What do you mean by that?
Exactly what it sounded like. Whoever George was, he was one of us.
Us?
Yeah. Come on. It's a long way to Astoria.
You don't. You drink milk too. Yeah, that's the. Yeah, it's like a very. It's very soft, but it can get a little bit. Like it's one of those like when you're chewing it, it can get kind of stodgy in your mouth. So yeah, you want to have plenty of milk.
So, this is what a cop's salary gets you, huh? A 2-story in Astoria.
It's not bad. Nicer than some of the foster homes I grew up in. Anyway, shall we?
Yeah, we both know the drill by now.
Bread lubrication. You know what would be more cursed if we're thinking about if we're treating lussekatter as bread. You could put mayo on it. Why not? At this point, why not just abandon all civilization? We'll just return to animal nature. Nothing matters anymore. I'm upsetting the chat. I'm sorry.
Hello?
Anything?
Seems quiet so far. Let me look around.
This is.
Painting of some old guy looking out a window. Don't know if it's art or not, but it's okay. A dresser with some random knickknacks on top, nothing relevant.
You put a little bit of the. Here's what you do. You take a lussekatt. You put a little bit of mayonnaise on it, and then you put a little bit of maggot cheese. And you get all the little maggots crawling around on top, and you enjoy that for a little bit of milk, and that's Christmas. I said what I said.
Looks to be some drawing of a little girl. I can't see inside, but it looks like a Valentine's Day card. I don't know much about these computer things, but it looks powered down.
But these computer gizmos.
Cute, but I don't know the first thing about dollhouses.
Oh, come on.
That bear looks like it's been sat on more than played with.
The distinction between sweet and savory bread is why I'm opposed to brioche buns for burgers. Brioche is a dessert bread only. Yeah, you know what? Like, I don't necessarily draw a hard line for brioche for burgers, but I do. Yes, I do tend to. I respect it. I fully respect it, and I do tend to want to keep sweet and savory segregated. I don't particularly like when people do like donut burgers and stuff. Like that's right out. I don't. That is that's beyond the pale as far as I'm concerned.
It's a stuffed globe of the earth.
You want butcher with that?
Some kind of stuffed octopus. Seems to be in good shape. I can't touch it. It's a stuffed panda.
I don't think
It's really coming down hard.
I think there's anything else we can do here. Let's go out again.
It's a picture of the Manhattan skyline. I guess if you live out here in Queens, you'd want a memento of civilization.
Hello?
Yeah? Is anybody there?
Who are you? Mister? Are you looking for my mom?
Yes. Is she around?
Uh-huh. I have to practice. Sorry.
Damn it.
She looks 10, maybe 11. Too damn young either way.
Excuse me.
Oh, hi. I'm practicing.
I can see that. You're pretty good.
Thanks.
I'll only be a minute, then you can get back to it.
Well, okay.
My name's Joey. What's yours?
Are you sure you should be here?
Sure.
I'm Kendra Haskins.
Are you here all alone?
No, Mom's here.
Are you sure? I can't find her.
I'm pretty sure. I'd know if she was gone.
What about your dad? Is he around?
No, he's late.
Late? Late for what?
Picking me up? On Fridays we go to the Abacus, and then I live with him until Monday. But he's late.
You said you go to the Abacus.
It's his work.
Your dad takes you to work?
Mm-hmm. He's the boss.
Your dad's the boss, huh? He must be a very important man.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, the food conversation did suddenly. I'm glad that we got that out of the way. This is interesting as well because I'll choose this option.
No, not this time. Not with her. Besides, it's not like that line ever works anyway.
So nice little. I think that's because the running joke throughout all of the games is that you can always choose the option to just tell the ghosts that they're dead, and it literally never ever works. And I like that this is sort of the payoff to that, where he refuses to, and then he just kind of says like, "Well, doesn't matter anyway." And yeah, the character, it's growth. Character
Can you
growth.
tell me anything else about this Abacus place?
It's Dad's work. TVs and computers and stuff. He lets me play with them when nobody's around.
Kendra, I need you to tell me the last thing you remember.
Why?
Just humor me.
I was coming home from school and I came here. That's it.
Are you sure?
Yes, I've been waiting for my dad.
Hey, kiddo, I'd like you to come with me.
Why?
This place is depressing.
This place is depressing. You need to get out of here.
I'm fine. Thanks. I need to practice.
Hey, Ken, sorry to bother you again, but I have something I want to ask you.
Well, okay.
I'm looking for Leah, your mother. Any idea where she could be?
She should be here. I'd know if she wasn't.
Tell me about yourself, Kendra.
Dunno.
Wait, yeah, that's true. It's a girl's bedroom. Hello, Charble Garble. How are you doing? Lovely to see you.
So, where is this Abacus?
Near the subway.
To think
Right.
you were
Do
used
you
to be
know
named after
which
this game's
subway?
creator.
No, sorry.
That's all right. We'll figure it out. We always do. Do you know George Austin?
You mean Mom's friend?
Yeah,
He's okay. Mom likes him.
but you don't.
Dunno.
11-month streak. Piss off. That's too much. But thank you. That is. Gosh darn it. Thank you so much.
Do you ever go to Grace Church?
We do need
No,
to be cheered
Mom
up because we're
does.
talking to a dead
She
child.
does.
She used to go a lot. Not anymore, though.
Okay.
Listen, I really think you need to come with me.
Why?
None of these are good.
I'm the exterminator. You need to vacate the premises immediately.
Where's your uniform?
Huh?
You're spraying for bugs in that suit?
It's an old suit.
I need to practice. Sorry.
I don't think any of this is gonna help. Warm. Can we go upstairs? It's gonna be too far. Yeah, it's too far, isn't it?
Just a bedroom, pretty sparsely furnished. Nothing useful in here.
Yeah, this is the last one out of the 5. But we're just at the beginning of it. We played just over an hour.
KK the Troll. Cute. I can't touch an old fuse box.
And we got
Just an empty shelf. Just an empty shelf. A painting of some miserable old dame in a crinoline.
miserable old
Just
dame.
a poster for some old junk car. A Christmas tree. Plastic, naturally.
Hell yeah,
A
plastic.
blown light bulb.
I always grew up with plastic Christmas trees. Never had a real one.
The only light in this room is coming from the street lamp outside that window.
She found the older Gilbert games a bit hard work if thrown about. Yeah, they kind of are. Particularly the first couple of these. I think this one, because this one, this was the last one before Unavowed, I think. So this one is a little bit more, the design ethos has kind of been cleaned up a little bit. But the early ones, they're a bit sweaty, design-wise. But I cut him some slack, because that's kind of like why I wanted to play this one, because we've done Unavowed, and I want to play a couple of the other ones as well. But it really kind of charts the progression of What Jedi's own games in a kind of a neat little way. Let's switch to Rosa. See, can you go?
Joey, you all right?
Yeah, sure, whatever. We got a spook.
Is it Leah Piero?
No, it's her daughter, a little girl.
I see. How old?
10, maybe 11?
And she's okay?
You mean besides being dead? Yeah. She's playing the piano.
Well,
Yeah, well.
whoever made this snowman made it a long time ago. Several weeks at least.
We do anything with the snowman?
Frozen solid. There's not much I can do with it.
No. Can you get in?
Locked. The mailbox is a bit iced over, but shouldn't be too hard to open. There's a letter in here. It was wet and stuck to the side of the mailbox, but I got it.
Yeah, same. That was a good gang of people.
This letter is soaking wet. It's practically falling apart in my hands.
The Wired, I'm guessing, because KK mentioned Abacus. So let's try. Let's do some Googling. The Wired Abacus, the first choice in consumer electronics, has finally come to New York. Come visit us at the 1 Union Square South, just seconds away from NRQW and 456 subway stops. Well, well, well. I would really like an Unavowed sequel. That'd be really cool.
So Kendra's dad is the boss of this place? This is just a bunch of junk.
I remember that old cartoon. It must be on DVD now or something.
Well, I don't think, like, they don't even really have street names in New York. So I guess it would make sense.
Flat screen televisions. Much more recent models than the one I've got. The tag on his shirt says Jordan. There's a new model already? Figures. Some celebrity is being interviewed on a late-night talk show. I have no idea who either of them are. I guess I've been a bit out of touch lately. Hi there.
Hi, can I help you?
I'm surprised you're open with the weather this bad.
Yeah, me too. But I only live 2 blocks away, and I could use the overtime.
I'm looking for the manager. Emil Haskins, I think his name is.
Mr. Haskins? He's not in. Taking time off for personal stuff, I think. I'm not sure when he'll be back.
Thanks.
Sure.
Okay, not very helpful. Joey, time for
I
you.
don't know what that is, but it's giving me a headache.
Getting some boomer moments
Those
now.
things get bigger and flatter every year.
Although we established in an earlier episode that he's not a boomer. He's pre-boomer.
Some vapid talk show. Looks like the hunk of plastic that Red carries around. Some kind of neck brace? I have no idea what that thing is.
Karen time.
A bunch of meetings and appointments are written down on this thing. Nothing really stands out, but the weekends are all labeled Kendra. A bunch of discarded papers. Some kind of animation is playing. I think Red calls this a screen saver. Whatever it is, I'm glad I don't have a stomach anymore. It says call Joe. I have no idea who that could be.
Joe.
Looks like an internal memo, some kind of technical stuff. It's all
Yeah, it
Greek
would
to
be,
me.
because he would have died early 30s. So that's Greatest Generation, isn't it? Because Greatest Generation fought in the Second World War. So yeah, he's a GG, an OG GG.
It's a phone or some variation thereof.
How do we beat a screensaver?
Huh. Whatever I did, it worked.
A moose. We blow in the moose. Bit of cheeky self-promotion from that generation, yeah. Well, you know, if you get to brand yourself. We'll see what's happened to the generation that did generations later that didn't get to brand themselves.
All I can really do is look at it.
Exeter House. That looks like KK, alright. Can we...
That would just push it onto the floor. Boxes of office junk. Don't know what's inside. It's a trash can. Pretty typical as these things go. The light barely pierces the gloom. Someone wrote quarterly earnings on the cover. Positively riveting.
Okay. Let's see if we can...
I think those are noise-canceling headphones.
see if we can go to the place. Nope, apparently not. Oh, maybe we need to Google it first, actually. That might be... Exeter House. City Post again. Impeccably maintained, full-service, pet-friendly co-op building. A prime village location. Building allows co-signers, guarantors, and p details. However the heck you pronounce that. KK. Oh. We know that KK is gonna have a good time with Logan, so...
It's
all
frosted
good.
on the inside. I can't see through. It says Exeter House. It leads to a small fire escape.
Yeah, maybe it's Bing. Or maybe it's like Ask Jeeves. Is it harder to find boobs with Bing? Bing boobs? Bing no boobs?
Here he is, Emil Haskins.
Let's ring.
Hello?
Hi, is this Emil?
Yes, that's me. Who is this?
My name is Rosangela Blackwell. Could I come in? I'd like to ask you some questions.
You mean there's been progress?
I'm not sure. I'm just trying to learn what happened.
No bad things.
You're not with the police.
No, they won't talk to me. I'm hoping you will.
They won't talk to me either. Come on up.
Right, I need to go to bed. The vaccine are going into
Rosangela
massive
Blackwell,
spoon.
was it?
Yes,
Have a good stream.
that's
Thank
it.
you so much again
Come
for
on
the
in.
sub and for popping in. It's always lovely to see you. And everyone, please go and follow Charble
I should have
Garble.
guessed you weren't with the police. I've spoken to enough cops lately to know the difference.
Amazing Final
So,
Fantasy 7
you said you're
streams, the
trying to
best
learn
game
what
ever.
happened. What exactly do you know?
George Austin was killed last night.
What? George is dead?
You didn't know?
Can't hear you.
No, of course not. You think the police tell the ex-husband anything? Ex-wife and daughter go missing. I'm suspect number one. How did it happen?
He was shot.
Shot? Jesus. I can't say I liked the guy. Leah dumped me for him after all, but
Oh.
Jesus. I always figured he was into something shady, but I thought it was more white collar. Insider trading or whatever. But someone shooting him? That's like mob stuff. Is that what's going on? Was he in the mob?
I don't know.
Jesus, Leah, some police detective you are hooking up with a mobster.
I don't know if that's what happened.
I hope not. If it did, I'll never forgive her.
He's really working on the ex-husband beard there. The best game ever is Road Rash 2 for the Sega Mega Drive, actually, thank you. Yeah, okay, I concede. Road Rash 2 is pretty baller.
You work at the Wired Abacus?
Yeah, real glamorous, right?
I wouldn't know.
It's a job, is all I can say. I'm able to afford the rent on this shoebox apartment, at least.
Let's ask him stuff.
How well did you know George Austin?
Leah's the one who knew him. They'd been friends for years. She talked about him sometimes.
What did she say?
Well, that's the thing. I got the impression he was kind of a loser.
A loser?
No career, living with his parents, that kind of thing. She felt bad for him. But then we get divorced and he turns up, wearing designer suits and living in a penthouse. And I'm living in this shoebox.
I was literally gonna say, like, for a New York apartment, this looks pretty good.
Are you familiar with Grace Church?
Me? No. But Leah used to go there before we were married. She was really hung up on the place.
What did you do when Leah disappeared?
Got grilled by the cops for 3 days, even though there was no way I could have done it. I was at work, and I don't know if you've been to that store, but it's got cameras everywhere. But I just stood by and took the abuse, just on the off chance I would say something that could help them. Obviously, I didn't.
How did you find out Kendra was missing?
Her school called. The same day her mother didn't show up for work. They thought she was with me. I wish she was.
Can you tell me anything about yourself?
Is it relevant?
Well, it could be.
Well, I'm a tech nerd. Worked for a bunch of startups back in the late 90s. Now I work at a chain store. Moved into this place about 5 years ago. Rented it from some Indian lady. Rent in this city is highway robbery, but there's no way I'm moving further away from my little girl.
It's not gonna be an issue anymore.
Well, I'll see you later, Emil.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, I did mention at the top of this episode.
Hey, wait. Why are you doing this? You said you weren't with the police, so why?
I have my reasons. I just can't tell you what they are.
Yeah, I get that impression. But whatever your reasons, you can help Kendra, right?
Yes. It's what I do.
That's what we do.
Poor guy. He's grieving, and he doesn't even know it yet.
It never gets easier.
It really fucking doesn't. Yeah, I said this at the top of the episode that, yeah, this game gets darker than most of them. Right, so what do we need to do now? I think maybe we go back. To the store? Might have missed something there, I think.
Hi again.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way I can get into the manager's office?
Did he give you permission to go in there?
Yes. Yes, he did.
Oh, then he should have given you the code.
Code?
Yeah, for the keypad next to the door.
What is the code?
You wouldn't know what the code to the door is.
No, nobody ever told it to me. Sorry.
Are you sure you have no...
I told you.
Thanks.
Sure.
Let's look at the keypad.
Looks like a controller for a game console. Not sure which one.
Let's try to figure this out. 111. 1, 2, 3, 4. Reminds me of the, I think it's in Spaceballs. The joke, like, that's the kind of code that an idiot would have for his suitcase. And it's going as 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the code I have for my suitcase.
A bunch of meetings and appointments are written down on this thing. Nothing really stands out, but the weekends are all labeled Kendra.
Rosa is too busy to be playing videos game, unfortunately.
It says call Joe. I have no idea.
Yeah, who is Joe, actually?
That would... It's a phone, or some variation thereof.
Now... Maybe we need to go and ask him about the code. Let's try that. Play the video games. Gonna hound this poor guy again.
Hello?
Hi, Emil. It's me again.
Sure. Oh, it's you. Come on in. So, what's new?
Can you tell me?
Tech nerd?
Do the...
No.
Well,
Okay. Sorry, we just bugged you for no reason. Can we send Joey in, maybe? Oh, we can. There we go.
Lots of books on accounting and business management. Oh, and a couple of comic books. That thing needs a date with a needle and thread, or a fireplace. Some kind of oil painting, I think. I can't tell what it's supposed to be. A phone, I think. It's hard to tell these days.
Got a photograph on a dead flower.
I guess that's the date the picture was taken.
Okay, we can probably guess that this is KK's birthday.
That's definitely the little girl I saw. I guess that hat belongs to her mother. Leah's a cop, all right. She must have still been a beat cop when this was taken. It's Emil. He looks leagues different than the sad sack we've been talking to.
He's going for stuff, Joey. Come on, be nice.
Emil is in here, lying on the bed and staring at the ceiling.
Oh my god.
I should just leave him alone.
Alright, so was it 10:29, I think? Yep. So let's assume that that's gonna be the... Oh, I clicked outside the game again. Joey, please. Keep your sick burns to yourself. We're about to do some breaking and entering. So 10:29. I like his music though.
According to the label, this should get me into Leah Piero's house.
We got some email. Who should we? So we'll start from the top. This is from J Leader. Or Leader, I guess. Mia might be just a police officer, but she has a secure and stable income. You do not. Your promotion to manager of New Abacus is a good first step. Keep at it for a few more years, then we can talk about how getting more custody. You sure about this online game? Trollgate or whatever it's called? Do I have to tell you about all the creeps that hang out online? She's determined to play the theme on the piano, so at least there's that. Perhaps it's harmless. You know more about this stuff than me. Just make sure she doesn't do anything stupid, okay? Now again, this ties into Unavowed because KK is super into Trollgate, even then. Emil, got a new shipment of the parental eye software coming your way. Could you try to upsell it? Maybe to overly paranoid NYU parents? The boss is desperate to get rid of the stuff. Mark it down to whatever you want. Exactly, that's what they were playing. For all networking and security needs, contact Tomo. Emil, I got a copy of the parental eye software you recommended. I installed it on Kendra's computer, and now my computer and yours can read her email. You just need to install it on your office computer and you're in business. Spying. So, maybe you're alright. This is a huge breach of trust. She'd kill me if she found out. She's a smart kid. I'm sure she can handle cyberspace. In this respect, she's more your daughter than mine. Install it if you want to, but I'm out. No, I have no idea who Tomo is. You're supposed to be in charge. If you can't control your own office spam, maybe you should get someone who can. Huge favor to ask. Can you pick Kendra up a bit early tonight? George and I have theater tickets and the show starts earlier than we thought. We're swamped here today. I'm not sure I can get away early. Can you drop her off here? Fine, we'll drop her off at the Abacus. It's only heavy midtown traffic and 40 blocks out of our way. I got it. I can play a tune from Trollgate. No sheet music or anything. I'll play it for you this weekend. I understand the frustration, Mr. Haskins, but I have to ask you to stop phoning our office. We're just as concerned with finding Officer Piero and Kendra as you are. This is our job. As soon as we know anything, you'll be the first to know. I know we don't see eye to eye, but what kind of monster do you take me for? I had nothing to do with whatever happened to Leah, and I would never harm that little girl. I will assume it's fear and frustration and possibly alcohol talking and leave it at that. Bit scummy, yes.
Another My Phone upgrade is coming out in 6 months. Didn't one just come out last week? It says, call Joe. I don't need to use Emil's phone. I've got my own. It looks like this office is on. It will take forever to... There are way too many papers and ledgers in this office.
Right, well, we got the key to her house. So we can snoop around in there. But I'm thinking, actually, we've been going now for... We're hitting the 2-hour mark, and this is probably a pretty good time to call it a night, I think. I think it's gone pretty well. I'm gonna save this. We don't lose. Just saving the game. Make sure that it actually did save. Does anyone else do this where you just double check? Right. So I'm gonna switch us back to this, and now you should again be able to hear this. It was getting so exciting, but we've got more to do. Like, we're just barely a quarter of the game through. We've just about started unraveling this mystery, so we've got a lot to do. You should be able to hear again the great original music that Cam K composed for us. That is going to take us out this evening. His strumming is going to take us into the night. I want to say thank you so much to everyone who's been watching, and we're back on Thursday. We're going to play more Blackwell on Thursday. We're going to break into this house. We're going to talk to KK again. We're going to see if we can find this policewoman. We're going to find out what happened to George Austin and why his soul got ripped in half. We're probably not going to talk about maggot cheese, but I can't promise that. So I'm now going to send us off. I'm going to see who is live. I'm going to throw us off to... Let's throw you over to Blaupanzer, one of my favorite streamers. She's playing Death Stranding, which is a game that I have a lot of affection for. So please say hi to Blau. Please enjoy the rest of your Tuesdays, if it's evening or wherever you are, time zone wise. Thank you again so much for coming back to this stream after all this time. It means a lot to me that you were here, and I will see you on Thursday, hopefully. And until then, bye bye.